Good morning, passport holders. Today, May 23rd, 2017, day 935 of the vlogs, and I had a pretty rough night. I woke up around 5:30, and just was hacking, like just coughing, and it was violent and it hurts. Did fall back asleep around 7, and since then have just kind of been up and down, hacking and just not feeling good. So obviously I picked up some kind of bug somewhere along the way this last weekend, and not to mention that, like, obviously I was just out and about and drinking with friends and doing all kinds of stuff in order to just decompress and all that stuff. I've completed final review on 2 videos already, leaving me with just 1 video in the queue, which is Clintus's episode from yesterday, which is 17 minutes. I have captions in hand, so it's not that big a deal. And so with me not feeling 100%, I think that the vast majority of today is going to be just kind of applying for low-level customer service jobs, call center jobs that I really don't have to be at the top of my game for in order to, get through the process of applying. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, is just turning and burning and doing those. And if I fall asleep, after one, or I want to turn on a baseball game replay and do that, I'm going to. Obviously I got to shake whatever the heck I have, and last week with me being previously not feeling 100%, it definitely may have just been a reoccurrence of that previous cold, now that I think about it. So possibilities all the way around, but yeah, that's kind of where my Tuesday is starting out. Hope you guys are having a better one. All right, just coming past 3 o'clock now, and it's been a rough day. My stomach is all kinds of screwed up. I've been forcing myself to eat stuff, but it's, doing the rumbling thing pretty hardcore, and so it's not comfortable to eat, and I am just genuinely taxed out at this point, is kind of the way that this goes. Applied to a bunch more jobs, including a bunch of call center jobs, in order to try and stay on track with that. I think now the total for today, including these simple applications, is I've applied now to 15 jobs in the past couple of days, which is good, especially since these are lower level jobs. They're more likely to just be a turn and burn situation. So upload my resume, make sure the data that is on file is correct once it's imported, and then pushed it off, and there we go. So who knows, maybe somebody's got a training cycle that's starting here next week, or ideally the 5th of June would be my ideal start date for a gig. And so, that's kind of where things are at, kind of where things are going, and it's simple. I definitely do not feel 100% today. There is no question of that. But I am still trying to fight through everything. So I've got about 5 minutes left on Clintus's episode from yesterday, which I'm going to try and finish, do the final review on. His episode from today still hasn't been picked up by anybody. I don't want to pick up and do it. I really, really don't. So I'm thinking that I'm going to try and just let that sit while I continue to apply for jobs. And at some point this week we'll flip on that, and instead of just applying for jobs, I'll start to do jobs and prospecting for new clients for my business, because at the end of the day, the path of least resistance may actually be for me just to acquire 3 to 5 new clients the way that I did leading up to signing Gary over a year ago, which was just asking people, showing them what we have, and asking them straight up, hey, is this something you'd be interested on your channel? But I'm just very hesitant to do that because so many people have been hit so hard. I know one of my friends who's a professional YouTuber here in town. She's seen her ad revenue drop by more than 80%. I know that Clintus and a couple of other channels that are clients, they've seen double-digit percentage drops. And it's starting to come back around slowly and surely for some of them, but not all of them. So it's kind of one of those things where it's I don't know what to do in this respect, because I don't feel super comfortable approaching people saying, hey, pay me $200, $500, $1,000 a month if they're not going to be in business in a month. I know a lot of people are struggling right now, so that's why I've been so focused on potentially getting a job as an interim, while I build out the sales funnel and continue down that process. Additionally, though, a bunch of payments that paid out over the weekend and whatnot hit the business bank account, which means that I now get to run payroll, so I get paid on the 28th, which is good. And so that gets me that much closer to everything being good to go on my financial side. The other bit is that I did finally pick up vision insurance, which somehow my vision insurance that I had last year didn't continue on this year. I expected that it would, but it didn't. So I'm going to end up, that kicks in June 1st, which is super useful because I am on my second to last pair of contact lenses. So I'm going to have to go in and get checked out again because of this stupid rule that you can't use a prescription for more than a year, which I think is absolute crap. My eyes haven't changed. They're fine. Let me just order another set of contact lenses for the year, but it is what it is. So that's what's up. That's what's going on in my brain, and I'm still just really run down, even though I'm forcing myself to eat, even though I'm not hungry.
I have an interview scheduled for Thursday, which got scheduled last week. I have an interview scheduled for early morning Friday for kind of a warehouse type job. It'd be part-time and only be like 20, 25 hours, but it'd start super early, like 4 a.m. And so with that being the case, then obviously I'll be done around 9. I could pick up another part-time gig if that's something that's interesting to me. If it's not, I can obviously continue to work in the business, which is interesting. So we'll see kind of how all that plays out. I am forcing myself to get out of the house, though, to stand up, to walk a little bit, because I haven't done any of that. Yesterday I did something like 1,600 steps. And just for reference, my minimum goal is 15,000. So I'm just trying to get myself out and get myself processing all this stuff, listening to podcasts, and just generally trying to feel better. I know it's a thing that, like, I can't just be like, feel better. Like, it's a process. Call with Rocco got rescheduled from 2 today to 9 a.m. tomorrow. And so, yeah, that's kind of like where this afternoon has gone and the early evening. And now it's just time to continue to try and settle my stomach, fight the post-nasal drip stuff, and do the necessary bits and pieces that I need to in order to continue to give myself opportunities for jobs. But it is super pretty out here today, so that's at least making it nice.
All right, guys, 10:30. Just finished the final review on Clintus's vlog from today, bringing him completely current. I'm missing one 6-minute piece from Daily V from today. And so I'm just going to let that go overnight. I'm okay with that. Just did the final numbers. It looks like that all things said and done, I applied for 18 jobs today. Obviously, I'm moving that along and trying to make up for the lost time this weekend and whatnot. Still not feeling 100%. Did go for the walk that you guys saw. Ended up going a little bit further than I thought I would, which was fine because I didn't have that file back until, 10 o'clock. It took me about a half hour to do a final review on it. So I'm just happy that I'm able to perform on days when I'm not feeling my best. And that's something that I definitely am going to take away from this time of me running this business day in and day out. And so to be able to do that day in and day out and just kind of continue on, it's been a crazy ride. So, that's definitely something that I had that work ethic previous jobs, and then it kind of got lost with my last employer. And now, I've definitely got it back now, is just, hey, you may not be at a level 10, everything's awesome, 10 of 10 kind of situation. You can be at a 6.5 and still win the day. And so that's really great to have that back in my back pocket again. That's kind of going to be the day, guys. I apologize that I've been super low energy, but today, I'm not here. I'm not 100%. All right, you can still hear the nasal drip stuff in my voice. That's why it's super raspy and all that good fun. So hopefully tomorrow I feel better. Hopefully tomorrow I get some news about a couple of these jobs that I've applied for. I would love to start, really stacking interviews thick and fast, because once I get one job, it will really define kind of where the business kind of goes. If it's part-time and it's not a ton of money, then that's one way I can take the business, kind of going back to where I was last year. Or if it's a lot of money and it's like a high-level marketing position, which I have been applying for in the mix, um, then that could end up being really kind of 9 to 5 kind of situation with this being on the side. And if that comes together, that could be really good. But as always, guys, thank you so much for your time and your attention. I appreciate them both. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still. So go do cool stuff. Bye for now.